Hello Gator Artists, today I'm going to show you how to make an owl collage. For our owls, when they're done, they're going to look like these. I'm going to show you the supplies, talk about the differences and what things you're going to need, and then you can pause the video, gather your supplies, and resume the video whenever you're ready. Let me move my finished ones out of the way. For your supplies, you're going to need 2 full sheets of construction paper. I like to start with a sheet of black and then give you a choice of colors. Today I'm using yellow. You're also going to need a half sheet of orange and then some scrap pieces. A piece of brown to make a branch. I've got blue that I'm going to use for my wings and my ears, but it doesn't matter which color you choose. And then white that I'll use for my eyes. You're also going to need your scissors and then some kind of glue. It can be liquid glue or a glue stick. It doesn't matter. I'm going to move my scissors and glue out of the way. The first choice you have to make is which one is going to be your background. You can have a black background with a colored owl, or you can have a colored background with a black owl. I'm going to use the black for my background. Then I'm going to take my brown. This brown is going to be a branch that goes across the bottom. But if I glue it down like this, it's a pretty boring branch. Instead, I'm going to take it and I'm going to tear a piece off the bottom and a piece off the top, so that my branch looks a little more realistic. When I put the glue on my branch, I want to make sure I only use small dots of glue. If you put too much glue, the water in the glue will make the paper really wrinkly and more likely to tear or fall apart while you're working. There we go. Now I've got a branch glued down. I'm going to use my yellow to make the body of my owl. Owls come in all sorts of shapes. They can be kind of round or kind of square. I'm going to make mine kind of square. I'm going to go around my page and just cut a blobby square shape. It doesn't need to be perfect or even. I'm going to keep this scrap because I might use some more of it later. So I'm just putting it to the side. Then I'm going to put my owl down. Now I know from looking at my sample picture that I'm going to have wings, ears, feet on this owl. So before I glue it, I need to decide if it's too big. I think mine is too big. Since it's too big, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm just going to go around my owl and trim him up a little to make him a little smaller. There we go. That looks a little better. I can throw away my trash from that piece because it's too small for me to use again. I'm going to put a few small dots of glue and then flip it over and stick my owl's body down. Next, I'm going to make the ears and the wings. For that, I'm going to use my colored piece. And because there's 2 ears and 2 wings, I'm going to fold it in half. To make the ears, since they're triangles, I'm going to make sure I get a corner that's open. And I'm going to just cut across the corner. Now I have 2 triangles. For the wings, they can be whatever shape I want. They can be zigzaggy or smooth or curvy. I'm going to make these ovals. With some little points. I didn't mean to make the points, but I kind of like them. So now I have 2 wing shapes. I'm keeping my trash, I'm just putting it off out of the camera. That way, if I need to use a little bit more of it, I can. Before I glue them down, I'm going to try my ears in some different positions to figure out which way I like them pointing. I think I like mine like that today. So I'll just put one little dot of glue on each ear and then stick it down. Same thing with the wings. When I put my wings down, I can decide if I think they're too big or too small. I think they're okay. I'm going to put some little dots of glue. And then stick it down. There. Now I'm going to use the white to make the eyes. I'm going to fold it in half because I need to make 2 eyes. Grab my scissors and cut my circles. Your eyes could be a different shape if you wanted. They don't have to be circles, but I'm going to do circles. Those look pretty good. Put a dot of glue in the middle of each and then stick them down. Now, with the orange, I'm going to fold it in half and I'm going to use it to make my feet first. There's a trick with the feet. If you fold it in half and cut a nice big triangle first, it'll make 2 triangles that are the same. Then you can cut some little bitty triangles out of those, and it'll make a little bird foot that you can glue right to the bottom of your owl. Let me show you again. I just cut a little tiny triangle right from the bottom. Then I put a dot of glue and stick my foot down. Now, for my beak, I don't need 2, so I'm going to open it up. And I can use whatever kind of shape I want, but if you want a triangle, just cut from the corner. I want my beak to be a triangle. Set my extra to the side. I want my beak to be a triangle, but I want to decide which way I want it to go. That's pretty cute. I like that too. I think I'm going to go with it pointing down this time. Now, I have yellow, blue, and orange scraps left over that I can use to make the inside of the eyes. I think this time I'm going to use some blue. And I'm going to fold my blue scrap so that when I cut my little circles for inside my eyes, it'll cut 2 at the same time. Okay. And since these pieces are so small, I'm just going to put a tiny dot of glue inside each eye to stick it to. Now, you can stop right there. That's a really great, cute owl. You could also add some other things. On this owl, I added some little zigzaggy feathers at the top. I could also use some of my scraps to put designs on the wings or the belly. If I have crayons, I could get a white crayon and draw stars on my black paper so that it looks like nighttime and put a nice little moon over there. There's lots of different ways that you could add to your owl while you're at home. If you're at school, though, this is where we're going to stop. We're going to finish our owl, clean up our supplies, and get ready for the next class. I hope you had fun creating your owl. I can't wait to see them. When you're finished, make sure that you send a picture to me on Canvas. Have a great Gator Day.